Good afternoon. My name is Morrow. My paper in organizational management was about the lean process. I'm going to be talking about the railroad way. We do lean. We do it a little different, but follows along the lean principles. We call it Insight where I work. That's the name we have given it. But same principles as Six Sigma and with the lean. Insight was introduced in our department about 2 years ago by Don Grob, our Vice President of Mechanical. It is a railroad version of Lean, as I was saying earlier, and it's a process improvement system popularized by the Japanese automaker Toyota. NS actually got with Toyota to get inputs and help on setting our system up. Some of the ways we use Insight, going green, the locomotive in the picture is actually a battery-operated locomotive. It's only got batteries in it. Does not have any engine at all. Only has batteries. Mechanical employees are using Insight in locomotive shops to spark innovation, streamline work process, engage in employees, increase productivity, and reduce costs. We do this on an everyday basis. Excuse me, I got a cold. Sorry about this. Everyday basis we do this. We're streamlining, always looking at the process to improve. We use the 5S programs to show where we can streamline things, move either tools closer to the workplace or move material closer to the workplace. We find ways that we can cut the time down on the duration on what we call wasted time. But the wasted time is time that we don't, it's not the actual time the gentleman or lady works, but it's actually the time they waste on getting material, looking up parts, or getting information they need. We try to streamline it, move it closer, put a lot of information on computers, put laptops closer so they use less time going back and forth. Go see is a phrase that Mr. Calvin Cox came up with. Before doing anything else, Calvin Cox, Assistant Vice President, toured the Lambert's Point Yard at Fish. First-hand look at top gondolas and vying for scrap. His visit opened the door of thinking differently about a work issue. Exercise Insight's Go See principles. Go see means get your boots on the ground and go look to see what you're familiar with it, Cox said. Takes away messages, always look for opportunities. We would have come up with this if we hadn't just gone out there and looked at the cars. And what they're talking about they came up with is the gondola you see there is a rebuilt gondola by the company itself. They found ways to save money and at the same time lean things down. So we use the word go see a lot. When the project, this is one of the statements we like to say, is when the project began to develop, employees had complete ownership of where we were going with it. This is clearly a sustainable approach to doing business. That's Calvin Cox. Ways to make things better. Craft employees are followed Insight principles in structuring workflow safely and effectively or efficiently as possible. They have focus on storing tools where they are needed. And I was talking about that earlier. And easy to reach, reduce unnecessary movement, which I was talking about earlier. For example, they're developing standardized ways of doing work. This is a big thing right now, standardized work. Say we want to remove a turbo on a GE locomotive. We have standardized work so the workers can use it to reference what tools they might need before the job, what parts they will need, what's the time duration, any special lifting devices, or any special safety concerns they need to look at. How many workmen there will be required, and what crafts will be required. This is a form they can actually utilize. We make standardized work on several different applications in the mechanical department for repairing locomotives, from removing turbos, the power assemblies, to replacing traction motors. These are just some examples. And a big part includes creation of standard work documents is a step-by-step instructions, as I indicated. Or anyone who's got military experience, it's the same as a QA program. We get employees involved to map out the entire process to how to do the work, including personal protection equipment. When these standardized works are written, they're not written by corporate officers. They're actually written by the workers themselves. They'll get into groups, they'll write one up, and then it'll send around the different locomotive shops so everyone gets an input to ensure that is the best procedure and the smartest way to do it. That is... On the bottom, you'll have there, it shows the article about the GO-C. NS is fully right now into making things better. Lean process is fully developing all the time. Standard work is part of it. We're always looking at ways to improve the process. It's an ongoing living thing. It never will be settled. All of our standard documents are living documents, so they can be modified and changed at any time. It is not a set in stone document. Thank you for your and have a good day.